Okay, we live, baby.
We live, baby.
My
I got
man.
my I got my disclaimer ready. I'm not a genius, but I do a lot of research. I do. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I never want to come from a place that is not researched or sounding like I'm ignorant. I do read a lot,
Mhm.
and that's took me to the place where I'm at today. So
Okay, cool, cool. Well, for the people that's watching and that will be tuning into the video, welcome to Project Awakening. This is where we dig inside the minds of the people we reach out to. Our mission is to correct the errors in history that was given to us so freely. You dig what I'm saying? So with
yes, I
that being
do.
said, we freeing the minds internationally, you know?
Yes, I agree.
So my man, I'm so excited to even holler at you, man. I've been watching you for a minute, trying to mimic the moves and everything. I don't know shit about boxing, but I use it as a medium to connect with the youth members in the community.
And that's
So
good, bro. That's what you're supposed to do, and I do appreciate that. I just try to. I try to just I've been boxing for 10 years and I do a lot of research and I even with boxing, when my coaches give me information, I still go back and research by watching tape, watching other great fighters, man. And I just appreciate if anybody taking anything I say serious and trying to better their boxing or life with anything I say is this is just it's flattering.
my man, my man, let the people know where you from.
My name is Troy King, Troy Demond King. I'm from Akron, Ohio, the home of LeBron James. I lived also, when I was like 21, I lived in Columbus, Ohio, because I used to play ball. I used to hoop, and I was trying to get a scholarship, and they didn't give me one. But I wanted to get out of Akron anyway because it's very small, and I lived in Columbus for a while, and then from Columbus I moved to California. So now I live in the Bay Area in Oakland, and I've just been thriving, out here, just thriving, man.
Oh man, so what inspired you to box?
Because the basketball wasn't working. And, it's a lot of politics, and when you're trying to play team sports. So my mindset was if I'm knocking people out, then people don't love me. And but I start knocking people out, and it some people loved me, but then when I start knocking out a lot of people and doing for myself as I should, then some of the hate start coming, but then some of the people love me too. So, I just fell in love with the craft and the art of boxing and anything I do, I do it. I go full go. I don't just half do it. I go full go. So I
Right.
literally have been boxing every day, unless I've been injured. I've been boxing every day for 10 years, nonstop. That's no exaggeration.
Man, before we get to the haters, right? Because I got something to address the haters on your behalf too. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? Before we get to the haters, you mentioned Columbus, Ohio. Are you a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yes, they Busy Bone is from Columbus, but the rest of the guys are from East Cleveland.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. Man, I went to a Bone concert when I was 13 or 14. Man, I remember it was downtown. I forgot it was the Highland. I think it was at the Highland. I can't remember, but it was downtown. You know what I mean? And man, I remember it was the energy was so crazy. That's when they had the Thuggers Ruggers Bone, that first
Oh,
album, and it was just so crazy. But yeah,
mm,
man, I'm definitely a fan.
I know that's right. Yeah, I got my chance 2 years ago to perform, to actually open up for them at the Fillmore in Silver Spring.
Oh, okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna sing you some music. I'm gonna sing you some music on the Gmail. Check it out.
okay. I appreciate that.
Yes, indeed. So these haters, right now, you have a lot of haters, Troy. I'm trying to tell you, man. You got a lot of haters,
I
especially
do.
you have a lot. I was watching one cat making a whole video about it. I was like,
Oh
damn.
yeah, I seen that. I'm with my man Boxing Ego right now. We gonna do a video just addressing just everything that's been going on with the whole Errol Spence thing and the
Yeah.
hate. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Boxing Ego, man.
Man, shout out to Boxing Ego, bro. He be doing his thing. He live out here in the Bay. He rock with the Bay hard, bro. And I've just met him just by commenting on his thing. And when I was commenting on his Instagram, people was in their feelings with that. And then he was just like, man, where you at? I'm like, man, I'm in the Bay. And he met up with me and we had an interview. He was like, bro, you really know your boxing. And then we just start growing from there. But I don't know, bro. I know I got haters, but I don't really pay attention to them. So I keep my mind on the positive. I need the vibrations to be positive. So I keep my mind on a positive note. So I ain't gotta, haters hate, bro. That's what they do. They motivate me.
Yeah. Just like Malcolm said, man, you got a field Negro and a house Negro.
Man, you got it.
I call them Negro pins, man. I call them Negro pins.
Negro pins, I like that.
Yeah, how the hell you gonna hate? How you gonna hate on a brother that's trying to eat, do for their family? I mean, come on, man. What's going on with us?
Man, I don't, bro. We were conditioned to be that way. That's what people don't understand. And I don't, people were saying, I was hating on Earl, and I could see why they would say that, but I'm just passionate, and I clown a lot. So when I'm speaking on boxing, I'm passionate about boxing. So I'm like, you know how brothers get. They get loud, they argue, we cussing, we kicking it. That's how we vibe in our little thing. It's nothing, and from afar, white people see that and they be like, oh, those guys are, you know what I'm saying? But that's how we do. You know what I mean? But I never hated on them, man. I was just giving my critiques on what was going on. And
of course.
And that was it. Because I critique everybody and on the channel. Ego has an unbiased channel. It don't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, European, whatever.
Right.
If you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the ring, we address it. He gives my analysis. And I've boxed before. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the ring. I've been in there with world champions. So, I'm coming from a place. I'm not just a casual fan. I actually box. So
right.
For him to take it that way, I don't know why, but you gotta understand people set the narrative. So if I bring you a video and say, man, look at this motherfucker hating on you, bro. And then you watch the video, that's already in your mind that I'm hating. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even get to take the constructive criticism and build on it. You just say, oh, he put it in my mind and he hates. You know what I mean? So it's all good, bro. I understand it, but he called me out and said, hey, you want to give me that work? And I'm going to give him that work because I've been in there with Amir Khan, Andre Berto, Kareem Mayfield, Louis Hirsch. Man, I've been in there with so many pros, bro. It's just practice. It's nothing.
Man, I think some of them fellas, they know your work etiquette, man. So they know you ain't going to come in there and bullshit.
No, they know that.
You know what I'm saying? Hungry. And I'm trying to eat.
I'm trying to eat and drink.
Damn right.
I feel like I live in a desert. That's the analogy that I'm in the desert and I gotta get out. So I'm nonstop working. I'm finding the next cactus, anything. And I'm trying to drink and eat. And I'm going to work, but I ain't gonna do it by hating. That's not. I don't want my legacy or my legacy to be built on being a hater. I want my legacy to be built on being a fair, outspoken black king. You feel me?
Right.
And that's what I do.
Yeah. And instead of doing that, instead of the brother making that video about you, he should have been uplifting what we need. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need, uplifting, man. But these Negro pins is tripping these days. So we're going to have to deal with them.
I'm going to be in New York on my birthday. So, and I know I got people in the D.C. area, too, that I know. You know what I'm saying? And, I get cool with people everywhere because I'm a real one. So I don't even trip, bro. I'm going to be in New York and do whoever made the video. I'm not going to say his name because he gets no shine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be in New York and I'm going to see if he want to get a personal interview and I'm going to see what he's talking about then.
Right. Is it on your phone?
It's good.
When I pass it to you, I say, here's the
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. So let me know your strengths outside of the ring. What are your strengths outside of the ring?
My strengths outside of the ring, I'm I'm a great speaker. Well, people, I get kind of like humble when I get to talking about myself. 'Cause I don't really like to do that, but people said I'm a great speaker. You know, I try to come from an educated place. I do research. I research everything. I research everything, and I think I get that. I'm a hard worker. I get all those qualities from my mom. My mom was a hard worker, uh, and she always told me never let nobody hustle. So by that saying that, it always makes me go back and look at things and try to research everything, and that's what got me on the path that I'm on today. So I do heavy research when I don't know something. I look for answers, and I look deep and hard and long pause. And I feel that I'm a good speaker.
Yeah,
That's
one thing to add to your strength outside of your ring, from my perspective, is that you easily found, man, and you will connect with somebody. So that's a hell of a strength, man.
yeah. I try to, and that's I want to say that's what keeps me. That's humble, the humility that I try to have. Like when people hit me in the IG, and I try to answer every single one. I don't in my spare time. If you come, I try to answer them as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that, and I'll be around some of these big star guys. You know what I'm saying? And they don't. When you get to know them, yeah, they will conversate with you. But if they don't know you, they just be like, you know, they get overwhelmed. They probably get 1,000 DMs every day. But I'm the kind of guy like I would like to try to answer every single one and connect with the people. That's what keeps you grounded, and that's how you build yourself.
Right, right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We about to get
So
into these
I'm
questions,
ready.
right?
I'm ready.
All right. So before we hit the head on the coffin, we're gonna first. I'm gonna ask you about boxers waking up. Now, in this industry, you know, a champion just won the other night. You know what I'm saying? That I really dig. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put the man business out there. But at the end, he said, "I want to thank you, my Savior, Lord Jesus Christ." Right? And I was like, "Damn."
Man, I know when I every time I hear that, and I was at that place at one point in time, and when I hear that, it kills me. It
Kills
eats
me.
me up inside, bro. It does. It do. I can't lie.
I mean, nothing is wrong with these people. It's just that part right there.
No re-
Real good people, man.
no research done.
Yeah.
No
No.
research done.
No.
None.
No.
Boxers waking up, bro. Listen, it's not even just boxers, man. It's just because my mom is one of those people. You know what I'm saying? And when you've been indoctrinated into a program, you are conditioned to think that way. And that's just what it is. It's very cut and dry and simple. You from the time I grew up, and I have a daughter, bro, and she is being programmed the same way. So I know the program works because she's saying the same shit. Because when she came to visit me out in Cali, I was saying certain things, and she would say the things that I would say when I was her age because I had no idea. You know, and I didn't want to break her down right then. I just said, babe, you know, do your research, little mama, and just do your research. Read everything and go above and beyond and read farther than what you're supposed to read and just keep going. And then, but when she actually comes to live with me, I'm going to get her on game. But boxers waking up, bro, if they knew better, they would do better. You know what I'm saying? That whole Jesus thing, bro, if you understand what you're saying, you wouldn't even be saying it. You're actually putting energy towards another, you're actually putting your energy towards a Greek philosophical program, which is not putting energy to yourself, which is clearly stupid. So you gotta think everybody's going to church on Sunday. They all saying thank you, Jesus. That's all that energy and frequency going to somebody else's deity, which is not good. And that's why it's not good. It's cut and dry, bro. And people need to do research on Jesus, the history, where they get where they get the name from, go above and beyond that. How they was the God known as Jesus was Yeshua, which is Joshua. And then when you go back before that, it was other names for Jesus. You got Dionysius, you got Hare Krishna, you got Zeus, you got but I'm black, so I tune into the African. Africans had it first. The Egyptians knew the knowledge first. So Horus was the first of everything. So people don't know that, man, and they just need to do research.
You know what? I'm gonna put this out here, man, because I see the transformation from how Africa was one way and now Christianized so much now. I mean, it's getting ridiculous that the motherland, the place where human came from, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that white man is over there, that beast is over there tearing it up, man.
Man, you know what's so deep? I'm a personal trainer, man. I used to train this girl from Kenya. She was actually from Africa.
Wow.
And she was like big on Jesus. And I was just like looking at her like, and where Kenya is at on the map, I think it's below Somalia. And I was just thinking like, man, you right there. Like, how could you not understand like that's not the real? But man, when you come into, man, at the same time, I have no respect for the people who did that, but then I have a respect for them, because to get someone to believe in something where in a land where they started everything, that is very powerful, bro. So to understand it, you have to respect it. Then you can get through it. Because if you don't, it's the same thing with boxing. If you don't respect the man you in there with, you fall a victim to his skill set. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to respect the man first. Andre Ward just beat Kovalev. He respect Kovalev first to understand what he does to beat him. You know what I'm saying? And Andre is my homie, but he just won. He was probably the person that was probably on the Jesus thing, cause he big on that. But even Dre, he probably just don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. Gotta do research.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me. I wanted to share something with you, man. Real quick. Now, this is in. Let me see where it is. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Some real wild shit. I mean, they start you off young.
They start you off when you come out the womb.
Man.
Hitting you with the foolery, bro. When I came up and I was young, I thought Jesus was white, bro.
Ooh.
Or whoever they say, I thought he was white. And what that does to your mind is, if the God is white, police are white, the teachers are white, you think white is right.
Right.
And then everything they telling you, they show you a pyramid with an eye in it. They tell you that's Illuminati. Stay away from that. But then they using all your knowledge. They're using all the everything and stealing all the gems that come with that, and empowering themselves off that. Like, man. And when I learned that, bro, it just took me to a whole different place and a view for the people who did that to us. It just wasn't the same no more.
Man, powerful, man.
That's deep. What is he doing?
So they got this 8-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
That's delivering demons. So, I mean, and it's a trip, because look how many people in here. It's like a damn arena.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they making people believers, man. Of course, we know that they in cahoots with these people.
That is crazy. Look at all them people, bro.
Look at that, man. All for that dollar.
Man, all for that dollar. And if they had any sense and they looked on the back of the dollar, and seen that pyramid and researched what all of that meant, they would just be in a different place, bro.
Right.
they would be in a different place, man.
Did
All
you
them black folks when they just blind,
blind man?
blind.
Did you see the pastor talking on the phone with God?
No, I did not see that,
Come
bro.
on.
I don't watch like
Oh
I
man.
don't watch a lot of TV and stuff anymore like I used to when I was, I just don't watch TV. I like to watch videos on YouTube because I'm into fashion and I watch boxing, bro. And I'm into music, rap music. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I watch a lot of that, bro. Cause some of these rappers, bro, like Jay Z. Now that I'm into the knowledge that I know,
Uh-huh.
Jay Z is really an intelligent brother, man.
Hell yeah, man.
And he has a lot of gems in his music that I never knew was there until I came into the knowledge of what was going on, especially with numerology and just mathematics, and then with African culture. And Jay Z is on top of it, bro. And he's Jay Z. That's the kind of like the definition of a mason. They hide gems in their artwork, in the art,
Yeah, come
whatever
on.
the
Come
form
on.
they do. And Jay
Yeah.
Z, and they'll tell you being a mason is bad and all that, but it depends on what you're doing with it, bro. And Jay Z, I would like to commend, bro. That brother is very intelligent, man. He's he treads a fine line because he gotta move like that, but he got some gems in there.
Hell yeah, he do. You gotta decode his lyrics.
Man, you got to, bro. Cause I was doing some research the other day, and I just got a tattoo, and the tattoo I got was the number 22, and in numerology,
That's a
when
master number.
yeah, exact. See, when you know, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's a master number.
as soon
Right.
as I heard that, I said, stuff start popping in. Once you get into the knowledge of what's going on,
Mhm.
other things from your past just automatically. And I said, man, on Jay Z's Reasonable Doubt album, he had a song called 22 Twos, and I was like, I just thought he was being lyrical. But now when I go back and think about it, he's it just I was gone, bro. I
Yeah.
was gone. And then he named his daughter IV, and the Roman numerals IV is 4, and when you break that down, that's 2 2, because 2 and
Mhm.
2 is 4. But you wouldn't even when you hit all, bro. It get me hyped when I get into that because now I know, and people don't be knowing, and they look at you like, what? It can't be that deep. No, bro, it is really that deep.
It
And you
is.
know,
It
it's
is.
deep.
It's deep, man. It's
It's
deep.
deep.
Because once you get through one layer, you're gonna be like, man, this shit is like that. I'm gonna keep on going. You know, it
Yeah,
just
and that's what
you
got me
build
on
your
it.
interest up.
Yeah, it do. This when I was born, I thought. I mean, not when when I was born, but coming up, and this the thing about church that I don't like. And I don't mean to get off the subject, bro, but the thing about church, I went to church all my life, and
Mm-hmm.
every time I opened up the Bible, I never understood any of the shit. And people always, you say something, they quote a Bible verse, and they just quoting shit out the Bible. They don't even know what it means. And then when I start doing research on what it actually means and stop taking the Bible literally, it opened up my mind. But I only got that by studying African culture and knowledge. Because if you go in the book and read it, Jesus Jesus went to Egypt when he was 12, and that number 12 was very important. And Moses learned in the ways of the Egyptians. He came. Actually, the word Moses means to bring out of water, out of water. And what happened? They found him. They brought him out of the water and raised him up. He learned in all of the ways of the Egyptians. And it just goes on and on and on. And when you start studying African culture, you understand all the books. You understand the Torah, you understand the Bible, you understand the Quran. And
Mm-hmm.
but you got to go back though. You got to go to Africa to get that. And
Got
if
to.
people understand that, and I don't want to blame the religion. I want to blame the people because
Yeah.
they just not doing the research.
Yeah, they don't want to go back. They make an excuse and say, you know, well, why you want to go back? Nigga, you got to go back to know where you're going.
You got to, bro. You got to go all the way back. And the Bible didn't wasn't start at the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's just common sense. If Moses wrote the first, he is the book of Genesis. Moses wrote the book of Genesis, and if he learned in the ways of the Egyptians, why wouldn't you just? Why would I study Moses? Why don't I just go straight to the horse? That just makes sense to me because I was raised with have common sense. So I said, you know what? I'm studying the wrong. I need to go study this. So I just went and start studying that, bro, and it opened me up, and it was over. And
Right.
that's why I wear this.
Yeah.
That's why I wear it, bro. I never take it off. Only when I shower and and I'm doing something else where I don't need to have it. But other than that, I never take it off.
Right. Same here, man. We start making unks and everything, our damn selves out of copper and everything, man. So
Bro, it's important, man. It's
trying to
important.
trying to get this information out there, man. Okay, so let's move on to the next question, man.
Next question.
Okay, you did give a little. Now, what was your turning point when you gave up? When you gave up to Jesus?
I was out here in California. I was me and my homie was talking about because sometimes your homies be on this. My homies, they minds be conscious and you don't know, but they never tell you because they don't want to come off as a weirdo. So my dude just did a simple post. He was like, "Hey man, these dolphins be beaching themselves," and I was like, "Hey bro, why do dolphins beach themselves?" He was like, "Because the white man always going down in the ocean trying to get to the end of earth, and that noise bothers the dolphins, and they don't want to hear that, so they beach themselves." I was like, damn, that's deep. That probably is real. That probably makes sense. So he was like, man, go and study Dr. Delbert Blair. And I was like, okay. So I started studying Dr. Delbert and the stuff that Delbert was saying, and he was coming out of the Bible with it, and he was just hitting, man, he was hitting you with gems. So I was just like, oh man. And it literally only took one day, bro. It took one day
Because it made sense.
because
It made
it
sense.
just made sense. So I was
Yeah.
just like, it took one day. I told my little brother, I was like, hey, bro, you gotta ask my biological. I was like, man, you gotta watch Dr. Delbert Blair. He is so deep. He be talking about aliens, extraterrestrials, and he don't just talk about it. He breaks down everything so that you can understand it. So I was just like, man, I was stuck on Delbert for a while, and it had my mind so in a certain place that I wouldn't talk to nobody about it. I would just think about it, then I would leave it alone. And then through Delbert Blair, I started watching Sinetta, um, and
Okay.
Brother
That's
Polite.
better, man.
Yeah, I started watching Sinetta, Brother Polite,
Right.
SETI. Started watching SETI, and through them, I just started watching different people. Then I stumbled upon more. Once you start hitting one, you start hitting the other. So, and then that's when it just took me to that place. And now I just do research and research after research, and it always brings me to something else. So that's how I got to that point.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the recent killings on African Americans from police brutality? I mean, in both ways, even with the police dying too.
Even with the police dying,
Yeah, even with the police dying.
I never even, bro. I only hear about black people getting killed for real. I never even heard about the police is out getting killed.
Yeah, police getting hit up.
Um, I don't. I can't even speak on that because I never. I only hear about the murders of our people, and it's just sad, bro. Because people think it's because we had a black president, black people problems is over, and it only got worse because having a black president and he putting him in that position, bro, doesn't help because he was funded by white man money, and when you're funded by white man money, you're not going. You can't. You when you funded by somebody having sponsors and on that type of level, you can't do what you want to do with their money.
Right.
So even I'm not saying Donald Trump is good, but he funded his own campaign. So if he wanted to help some black folks, he can do what he want to do, and ain't no white man gonna question it because he coming with it and he white. But when you're a black man and you're funded by white money, it creates a certain situation where you can't do what you want to do. Then on top of that, you got to realize, bro, and in a couple years, bro, white people's existence. Not, I'm not saying a couple as in two. I'm saying a couple as in 2030. White people's existence is going to be cease to exist because all these mixed races are just mixing up and they just, bro, they're gonna be gone. You know what I'm saying? Their birth rate is dying out, and like my man said, he said, when you a cracker in the solar system, when you're a white man with no melanin in a solar system, you're not gonna last, bro. So I think they know that as a people. So, bro, they doing what they can to do to survive. It's the survival of the fittest in a
Right.
solar system. You know what I'm saying? And being black, you are a child of the sun, bro. There's no way else to put it. You melanin is condensed sunlight. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about that, we as the black people are condensed sunlight. I'm dark, so I have a lot of melanin. You feel me? So I feel it in my when the way I look at it, and they just trying to survive. So they doing what they can do. That's why the systems are in place for their survival, not for our survival. That's what we need to understand as a people. The systems in place are for them to survive.
No, that's
So
no. Go ahead, King. That's my brother, King Kufu.
what's
Real
up,
good
baby? How you
brother.
feeling?
Very excited to see you on here as well, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Uh, go ahead and
Bro,
finish up, King Kufu. Hold on for a minute.
no, it's good. But I'll keep it short. It's when you're a melanated man or whatever the case is, and you're part of the white race, you got to understand in the solar system, the birth rates are down, everything is down. You're not gonna exist as a people anymore, bro. And it's literally they putting the systems in place so they can survive. You feel me? The systems ain't in place so we can survive. The systems are in place so they can survive. So once we start understanding that as a people and getting knowledge of self, and if you in bro in any book, in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, to know God is to know yourself. So what they're telling you is you are God. It's not saying that you are the creator. It's just saying, bro, you need to know yourself. You feel me? So we just need to know ourselves as a people. Once we know that, we'll start moving different, and the energy and everything will start being different. You know, and they'll have to bow down to it. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
Right. But for the people who just coming in, pick up on a source you would recommend to people that's still hanging on the fence.
I would, I would never. I don't like to send them to one source. I like to just tell them do research. Send study Egyptian culture, ancient Egyptian culture, not the Egyptian culture of today, because the Arabs have been there, the Romans have been there, and they have diluted the culture of the Egyptian. And going in there, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds have taken all the wealth and everything out of Egypt to create their own world power. So I would say study ancient Egyptian culture because we don't come from slaves, bro. We come from kings and queens. We started mathematics. We knew how the world went around the sun. We knew how the sun moved. We knew all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to go and study ancient Egyptian culture. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people going around saying that they don't like the word nigga, but they don't even know where it comes from. You feel me? They don't have no idea. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta study that. You gotta study that culture, man. Study Nigeria, study Niger, study ancient Egyptian culture, study the Nile Valley, study the Olmecs who came over here and gave the Mayans all their culture. We got totem poles in Africa. You know what I'm saying? With the eagle, with falcons on the top, or whatever bird that was represented in Africa. Over here it's the bald eagle. So that's how they got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta, man, we gotta study all that, bro. And they don't study that. You know what I'm
Let me,
saying?
oh, my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Yeah, let me ask you this, right, King?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as far as our brothers, right? As far as the ones you can get close to, right? That's in that
Yes, sir.
industry, that's praising Jesus, right?
Hmm.
Would it be possible, or when would it be a good time for you to give them like a little, you know, a little thought to go do some research.
Oh, how to slip a gem in there on them?
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, because that takes a little experience. It's just like boxing when you're coaching somebody. It takes experience because not everybody is tuned in to listen to the gems that you have. Because you got to understand, people are programmed and indoctrinated to when you. Because I was that way, bro. I heard something, and you know what's crazy? I was watching something on YouTube, and I heard a white man say the story of Jesus is an astrological story. I just turned it off and said, this man disrespecting everybody. And I ain't even, and he was white. But I didn't even listen to him. I didn't even want to because I was so indoctrinated. And I was like, man, fuck what dude talking about. He trying to steer me. And but then I heard it again, and then I heard it again. So that triggered my mind to go study. But I try to get my mans on the situation. One of my close homies who like a brother, and he was just like, bro, you tripping. And we were literally having an argument. And I was like, every time I told him something, I would say, do your research. And then I would hit him with say, he would argue with me. I would say, hey, bro, do your research. Then I would tell him something. I would say, hey, bro, just look it up. No, that's what I would say. I would say, just look it up. If you don't believe me, bro, don't believe me. I want you to learn. Look it up.
Right.
So instead of fishing for him, I taught him how to fish. And I would just keep saying, look it up. Look it up. Look. And when you tell somebody to look something up a million times, it's just like the one dude who made the video about me. When he made the video about me, bro, he literally said my name. He kept saying Troy King. That's Troy King. That's Troy. And that puts it in people's mind. So I would just say, look it up. Look it up. It's just like when musicians do music. When Beyonce made the song Halo, she says that. How many times did Beyonce say Halo? 42 times. So
that's how many times you have to say it.
That's how many times you have to say something for somebody to stick it in their head. You have to say it 42 times. So I was just kept saying, hey, bro, Jesus is not what his actual name is. That's a Greek. The letter J didn't even exist in the Hebrew language. And before that, language comes out of language. So I would just say, bro, look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. Bro, then I would say something, hey, bro, the flood never really happened, bro. There are Egyptian kings that existed during the time of the flood, and they have documented that. So how could the flood existed on the whole world, and people have documented shit during the time of the flood?
Exactly.
They got the story from the Epic of Gilgamesh, and even in this, it's not about the flood. It's about it's about enlightenment and coming into the consciousness of yourself. That's why it's in the Bible. But that's neither here or there. But I'm like, bro, look it up. And then I would say it's something else. I'll say, look it up. And then it got to the point when he went home and he got away from me, he just was curious. He got on the internet. He watched Polite one time, and he was like, you know what? I'm going to look it up. He got on the computer, he looked it up, and he was like, oh, shit. And it scared him. So then he was like, you know what? He dug deeper. And then he called me one day and was like, bro, thank you, bro. I was asleep. I was literally asleep for years.
Yeah.
I did not know. And I was like, bro, I felt some type of way. I was like, bro, I was just trying to tell you, bro. I wasn't trying to steer you away from your doctrine. And it's not even the doctrine. It's when you don't do the research, you don't understand the doctrine. You don't understand the terminology. It's like if you took a person from back then in those ancient times and brought them here, they would understand none of our slang because the slang that we use now is not the same slang back then. Everybody talk in parables, which is slang to us. We call it slang or vernacular, but back then they said they spoke in parables.
Right.
So when they say Jesus was under temptation for 40 days and 40 nights, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand the number what 40 means. You know what I'm saying? You got Muhammad received the information of the Quran at the age of 40. You know what I'm saying? The flood happened for 40 days and 40 nights. You know, 40, 40, 40. So you know what I'm saying? What does 40 mean in numerology? 9 months. It takes 9 months to have a baby. That's 40 weeks. So that means the number 40 brings on new life, enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that and you understand those things, bro, you understand what you're reading now, and you understand it's not a literal message. They want you to understand how to enlighten yourself. So that makes me not hate the Bible anymore. That makes me understand what I'm reading. That makes me understand the Quran as I read it. And I never read the Torah, but it makes me understand those things without even having to read them. Because my woman is from Pakistan, and she follows Islam. And we vibe all the time. And then when I'm spewing this knowledge out, she like, babe, how do you know this? And I'm like, I study African culture. And that's how you got, babe, all this comes from African culture. And I'm not shitting on your culture. I'm just saying, if African people were here first, they got it from somewhere. Nobody gave a man knowledge out of the sky. It doesn't work like that.
Great.
And that's how I came up on it. But that when you giving knowledge to somebody, bro, it's just like teaching boxing or anything else. It comes with experience, and you gotta. Some people you could just come out and say it, and they gonna listen. Some people you gotta give them little innuendos like, Jesus, huh? You know anything about horse? Study that, bro. It's not gonna take you. Just study that and tell me what you think, and then they might look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like my auntie is starting to wake into the knowledge of, you know, the original Jews and all that. 'Cause people think being a Jew is a real a Jew is not a real person. A Jew is when you a Jew is not being a Jew is not a real person. That's why you got people at war. They're taking being a Jew. It's when you tilt your head to the right, sort of say. When you get in your right mind, because we use our left mind to think. That's your cardinal mind. But when you enter your right mind, that's when you enter your enlightenment. That's why they say you're righteous. That's why they say, bro, you ain't in your right mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why they get the whole 10%. That's why they say Moses took the people out of Egypt but when you look at the map, Egypt is on the left and he took them to the right. It's a symbolic saying he's taking them into the right mind. The 10% is Egypt, and then you're going into the 90%, which is this side. And when you're using this side of your brain, that's your divine mind. And when you use, and in the 10 Commandments, when you commit, it's not actual committing adultery, because back then everybody had 1,000 wives, bro. So how is that committing adultery and everybody had 1,000 wives? It's adultery is when you using your left mind to try to communicate with Jesus, or not Jesus, trying to communicate with the divine power, with the creator. You use your right mind. That's the divine mind. You're supposed to use that mind to communicate with yourself. That's your pineal gland is God, and you use your right mind is the divine power. The left mind is what you use to what I'm using to communicate with you every day and work and do things. You know what I'm saying? That's just little gems. And when you start hitting people with that science, bro, they be like, damn, that's interesting. And then when they want to know that knowledge, you say, hey, bro, study African culture. And that's how I get them. That's how I'll get them to follow suit. I just give them little gems. And they be like, damn, bro, how did you? I said, bro, I'll just study African culture. Then they be on it.
Dropping it down, man. I had the bomb soundtrack on. I had the bomb joint on here. I don't know where it went. Kufu, you got a question for him before we start winding down? We got a couple more questions, and King, I have one trivia question for you.
Oh, go ahead, keep going.
Kufu,
because my time is a little limited, but we can do this all the time, bro. Look who I got right here with me. Ego, shout out to Boxing Ego.
Boxing Ego, what's happening, man? Hell of a fan of your work, man.
This my brother Seven. He on the thing. We on a live stream right now. We doing like a religious thing. It's real though. It's real.
I hear you stealing some of the stuff I'm talking about.
Oh man,
that's my sister right here. She's from Africa. She's from Morocco.
Oh wow, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on, bro? Hit me with the questions, bro. I'm gonna give you what I got.
Go ahead, you got a question for him?
Nah, go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
All right, because I got like one more question for him, then I'm gonna hit him with the trivia, then we're gonna go ahead and smash it, because you know how people always afraid to look at too much long videos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But you know, we got a special guest, because I look the Boxing Ego joint, I look at all an hour and 40 minutes of them motherfuckers.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it, bro.
I be tuning in, I be like, yeah, that nigga right like a motherfucker, man.
Man, bro, and I'm just trying to come from a place of common sense, bro. That's it. Yeah. That's all. This shit ain't rocket science, bro.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's how I gravitated to you, because once I heard you, I was like, man, he know what he's talking about, man. And your videos were consistent, so I was like, damn, I could just sit up and just watch the jump. You know what I'm saying? Moving, and I say, okay, all right, it's my man.
Yeah, bro, I've been studying boxing for a long time, bro, and I'm not perfect in any kind of way, but I do try hard, bro. I give 100%. And if I'm wrong about something, I just go look it up. I go watch Floyd Mayweather. I go watch Sugar Ray, and I just study, bro. I study all types of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And then I come back, and then, you know, I get in the ring and try the shit out. You know, I look at it, see if that worked, see what worked for me. and you know, I stick to my fundamentals, and then I put some crap, bro. And then I just keep working with it, bro. You just keep working.
Yeah.
Everybody's body is different. Everybody's mind is different. Everybody's boxing personality is different. So you just got to move like that.
Right. I agree, man. I agree. In terms of the next step for African Americans, what can they do as a collective to get themselves out of the fear of a new administration, of what a new administration may bring? The racial climates, the uncertainties, the unknown. What are some ways to get our focus on us and move into a direction that we can move into?
You just said the answer without even knowing it, bro. You just said it. Get the focus on you right here, bro. Look, it say it in all the books. Focus on you. When you focus on you and better yourself first, then you can the vibrations automatically come out, and people see it when you walk, bro. And it's not about being cocky. It's not about, bro. Focus on you. And ever since I know that, when you listen to these rap songs, bro, some of them, and they saying the same thing, saying like, I'm the man, I'm the man, and you singing that, they doing that for a reason, bro, because they want you to say that you are the man. I am the man. It's, you put it like this, bro. What did Muhammad Ali say about himself? He the greatest.
Greatest.
Was he just saying that, or was he on to something? He
Yeah.
knew, bro. I'm the greatest. And then what did people start saying? He the greatest. That's why Floyd said, I'm TBE. I didn't do this all these years just to say somebody else is better than me. And that's how you get to where you going. When everybody have see, when you put all your energy into another person, you're not putting it into yourself. You got to put the energy into yourself. Meditation and just believing in you. You got to believe in you. Without a question of a doubt. So when motherfuckers say, hey, bro, you going to get in there with Errol Spence? Bro, it's nothing to me. I'm going to touch him. And even if he do have a good day, I'm going to come back and we going to do it again. And then and then I'm gonna touch him, and then he gonna touch me, and then I'm gonna, and we gonna do it to the point where he gonna respect it, and he gonna be like, hey, bro, I have a whole different mindset about you. You feel me? But first, it starts right here. It starts right here, bro. It starts with the mind, and the mind is the brain to the soul. You know what I'm saying? Your brain is your physical to keep you your physical, but your mind is your consciousness that control your spirit, and your spirit is infinite. Spirit is energy. It cannot be destroyed nor created. So your body is trying to contain an infinite thing, but you gotta let your mind control it, bro. And and you gotta be on that, bro. You gotta believe in yourself. Do you believe in yourself?
Absolutely.
All right, then. All the people I hang around and I vibe with, they believe in themselves. And if they having some type of questions about themselves,
Yeah.
I put the confidence in them. I tell them, hey, bro, do that with confidence, bro. You know what you're doing. Don't let everybody. And if you got some questions, bro, look it up. Or ask me, bro. I'm gonna help you the best I can, but deliver it with confidence, and they gonna follow suit. You know what I'm saying? It's the power of attraction. It's a law of attraction, bro. You believe in you, and you attract anything that you want. The universe the universe is reactional. It's not actional. So when you put something out there, you put even your thoughts is frequencies. So if you say, man, I'm the best out here, and can't nobody fuck with me, whether you fail or not, you still something gonna come good out of it, because you putting the energy into you, and that's how you get. And that's how you go back to what you said. For us to move as a people, we have to believe in ourselves first, and then we will automatically come together as a people. It won't even take no effort. It'll just move like that. You won't even have to think about it, bro. Every man believe in himself. I believe in this man that I'm looking at. I believe in you, and I believe in myself. And it's gonna come together. It's gonna be easy work.
Hey, with that being said, let me go ahead and move to the trivia questions.
I'm ready.
I got my little sound effects working out. All right, always something new. Always something new. Always tweaking something.
Yeah, I love trivia stuff, bro. It makes me better. It makes me better.
Okay. How you spell shop?
How you spell what?
Shop. Are you going to the mall and shit?
Shop. How I spell it, or how I was learned to spell it?
No, how you spell shop?
SHOP.
What you do when you get that green light?
What I do when I what?
When you get that green light?
I go.
Nah, you waited too long.
Yeah, that's for a second to think.
You gave your little self a millisecond to think.
Because I'm making sure I hear you correctly.
I know, right?
You asked me what I do when I'm at a green light, right?
Right.
Yeah, I go. I'm in condition to go. When you see green, you condition to go no matter what. When I see red, I'm conditioned to stop. That's why when people make posters and stuff, colors are very important, because an African man, if I'm not mistaken, made the stoplight, and that's why he made it red, yellow, green. So every time you look at it, you know it's an African thing, if I'm not mistaken. You know
Hey, I'm about to say, don't say nothing about no stop signs. My brother, we were just talking about that shit, right? It was a scripture in the Bible, right? Ephesians 6:5. It says, slaves with a comma, slaves, obey your earthly masters as you would do. Obey your earthly masters in fear and with sincerity as you would Christ. So he was like, man, the stop signs are the earthly masters. You're gonna heed to the stop sign. We had
that makes absolutely no sense to me.
Right.
No sense. I was like, you talking about a stop sign, man.
But even when you just read that passage again, bro. The slaves, okay. Read that one more time.
Yeah, it said in Ephesians 6:5. It says slaves with a comma, so that means they talking about somebody. So slaves, comma, obey your earthly masters in fear and with sincerity of heart, as you would obey Christ. So now we got to figure out who the slaves the Bible was talking about. Then once we identify that, then we got to figure out who the earthly masters
are. We are the earthly masters. First of all, number one, black people are the earthly masters. And if you want to go a step before, the black woman is the earthly master. She was the first being on this earth, the first physical being. The word man means to think. So man was here as a thought, but then as when you read that Genesis, what they're talking about when you say womb man came from man's rib. You got to understand, rib back then, that's just abbreviation for RNA, which is ribonucleic acid. So ribonucleic acid, you shorten that up, RIBO nucleic acid. You feel me? That's where they got the rib from. How did they know that back then? Nobody knows. But we taking it literal, as in a man was here physically, took his rib out, and then a womb man was created. No, that clearly can't be possible, because every man on this earth and every woman has a navel, which means a woman preceded you. So a woman had to be here first. So what they're saying is man was here as a thought, and then when the atom, which is the first Egyptian like major deity, Atum, he was here. They're actually talking about the fusion of an atom. It's science. And then the womb man was really created first, bro. And men are as a degeneration of a woman. You feel me? And that's just the science of it, bro. And when you and when you say that, so I'm saying that to say, they saying slaves. We don't know who the slaves are. But then when they say obey him as you obey Christ, Christ is not a person. To be Christ-like means to be enlightened. That's why Hare Krishna, that's hail to Christ. So that's what they're saying. The person that means to be enlightened or to be of a higher mind. So when they say Jesus Christ, they saying whoever that person was, it's not, if he was a real person, which he probably was, but they just changing names up trying to make it fit their own culture. He was of a higher mind. It's the same as Jesus of Nazareth. So that's why I ask people, where is Nazareth? people don't even know. They try to say Nazareth is not a place. To be a Nazarene means to be of a higher mind, and people don't even know that shit, bro. To be a Nazarene and to be from Nazareth and Christ is of a higher mind. Christ was not Jesus's last name, bro. Jesus wasn't even his name. It just means he was of a higher. He was enlightened. He knew. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what that means. So you got to know what Christ is. So to me, that means I'm not the most intelligent, but if you're a slave and you're not obeying the people with the knowledge who's given to you, so that's what makes you a slave. When I was into the religions and not knowing the knowledge of self, I was a slave. You know what I'm saying? That made me a slave to whatever is going on out here. But once I got enlightened, bro, I obey myself. I obey what I'm thinking to myself because I'm God of me. Nobody else is. You a God of yourself. I'm God of me. And then once I get into the mindset, then I can obey what I'm really supposed to be doing. You feel me?
Right.
That's just what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Due to the terminologies they use, but I'm not the most educated. I just do the research. But once you start educating yourself on the terms, then you become into the higher point. You understand. For example, the word virgin, we say virgin means a woman that didn't have sex. But back then, if you go into the correspondence in the Bible, which is that little number, virgin, and I got this from Polite, virgin meant unmarried woman. So did that mean the Virgin Mary just wasn't having sex? I'm sure the man Joseph, whoever he was banging his wife, bro. I'm sure he wasn't married to her, not getting none. You feel me? So then people need to understand the terminology of the words used back then, and then it will become into a higher understanding of what it means without saying it now, because now they trying to come into the knowledge of what it means now, and then they taking it literal and they fucking them up. But yeah, that's what I got out of it. But green mean go. That's to me. Shit.
A lot of people trip up on that when I ask them to spell shop, right? And I say, what you gonna do when you get at a green light? They say stop, because they already hear stop. So they just ride with it, you know what I'm saying? But I guess King Khufu, he the first one, huh?
First one.
Bro, I listen. See, the thing, I don't mean to cut you off, but I had to train my eyes and my mind and my ears to listen to everything and take it for what it's worth. Not see, when people listen, sometimes they already putting a spin on it while they listen. I try to listen to what it is first instead of already putting my spin on it. So when you say spell stop, see, I thought you said spell shop. When you said spell stop.
No, I
S-T-O-P.
said shop. I said shop.
Oh, spell shop. Okay, S-H-O-P. You in the green light, you go. And it takes time to train your mind to do that, bro. That's why people trip up, because they just listening and not really taking it in. Yeah, you gotta comprehend what it means.
Yeah, man. Just off the record, King, man. I know your eye gonna get back, man. Don't even trip about that shit, man. That shit coming
I'm not tripping about this. And plus, my sister over here is also my manager, and she would literally kill me if I did anything outside of what I was supposed to do.
Right.
So, and I don't want to die today by the hands of a black woman.
You talking about Weezus, right?
Yeah, Weezus. Yep,
okay,
Weezus.
Tell her I follow her. Make sure you follow me back, honey.
Brother underscore, is it JP7?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said following back, please.
Did he follow me?
I think, yeah, he followed you. He said following back. Good brother. He said he got you. DC.
Cool. And King Khufu, got anything for the brother? I mean, on boxing or anything?
Anything, bro. Ask me anything.
Oh nah, I came late to the conversation, so I'm gonna keep listening for right now. But everything so far, man, I agree with everything you're saying, man. Like, he's the first person in a while that I've actually agreed with everything you're saying. You know what I mean? A good while.
I appreciate you, bro. I just try to do research. You know what I'm saying? I try to do research. I just try to do as much research as possible so I can educate and wake up the mind. You know what I'm saying? Not the physical mind, the spirit mind. You know what I'm saying? That's the key. And then it makes me feel good, bro. And it's good to do stuff to make you feel good in the fundamental realm of being a good person. You know, because some people killing make them feel good. Is that you supposed to do that? No. You know what I'm saying? You know what's
Right.
right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I just try to do. When you're born, you have an innate ability. You know everything when you're born,
Right.
and it's crazy. As a child, when you're born, you already know everything. It's not until your parents start putting shit into your mind. So just
Right.
put it like this: when you're born, and say a spider crawl up on you, or anything creepy little crawly thing, and you a baby, you have no idea that that spider is harmless until your parents or somebody, a foreign thing, tell you, hey, no, don't touch that. That's gonna do this. And then now what you have done is you have separated a child from another creation and the link to understand other creative things. You understand that? And that's not right. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? Now you're not gonna tell a child to touch a hot stove because you know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, for example, when I had my daughter, you don't have to teach a child to bite. You don't have to teach a child to fight or do anything. They already know. How do they know that? Because it's innately in them. You don't
Right.
have to tell a apple tree to grow apples. You don't have to tell one. It already know. You don't have to tell an ant to be an ant. And I got that from SETI. Once you're born, you know. If you would try to do something to a child would try to bite you and defend itself. You already know, bro. So it's not until you start getting some of this worldly clown shit in that, you know, it separates you.
Yes, indeed.
That's true.
Yes, indeed, man.
Okay, okay. I gotta go, y'all.
Yes,
My man Ego gotta record so I can keep this shit lit. We gonna do this again, brother Kufu. I need questions, bro. Questions
Oh,
make me better, and I can learn. You know what I'm saying? So if you got questions, write them down. I will look them up and try to come with the best solution that I can. But I need questions because
okay.
it helps me learn, bro. It helps me learn. It helps me teach and do whatever I need to do. I'm not a man who's gonna shy away from questions. I need questions. So hey, if you got any questions, boxing related or anything, hit me with them, bro. And I'm gonna do my research and we can grow. We can build as a people.
That works for me. That works for me.
Yeah.
I would see Hebrews and Christians do the same thing sometimes.
They're not gonna do it because they want to be right. I just want to be knowledgeable instead of being
Right.
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 Yes, indeed.
Hey, I'm surprised at myself with some of this shit, bro. It's just in there. That's why I didn't read none of the questions you gave me. I never do because when you know what's going on, you don't have to. Me and Ego don't never
See?
script nothing. Me and Ego don't script nothing.
Yeah.
We just go off the top.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
organic.
Yeah, but man, I appreciate y'all
Yeah,
for
go ahead
hitting
and do
me,
your
bro.
thing, man. Yeah, I'll be in touch with you, man. You know, we here.
Yeah, you got my direct line, bro. So hit me anytime.
Got
We
you,
can
bro.
build.
Got you, man. Got you. Garlic butter gang.
Garlic Butter Gang, we in here, bro.
Yes, indeed, brother. Be safe, man. I'll be checking you out on the tube, man.
Yeah, you
All
take
right,
care.
brother Kufu, man, hit me in my DM on the Instagram, pause, so I can follow you back.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna get your shit from JP.
All right, one.
Peace.
All right, you take care.
Man, so people, what a powerful, powerful interview. What a powerful interview tonight. Oh, it was so beautiful. You know, we had the God, Troy King, in the building. You know, I say, man, the universe surely bless you whenever you put that energy out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, we can do anything. We can do anything, man. You know what I'm saying? And real intelligent brother, you know what I'm saying? Like I told him, man, the first time that I heard him, it wasn't even on that tip yet. It was on some boxing shit. You know, I'm always into it. And I was like, I was hearing him. I was like, man, he talking the right stuff as far as moves and, you know what I'm saying, what to do, countering, how to increase your hand speed. You know, everything was right. So I say, man, that's my man. And after that, this little this little Negro pen gonna make a video about the brother, talking about he hating on Errol Spence. You know, Errol Spence, he would he fight over there with Mayweather and stuff, right? So only thing that Troy said was like, man, look, work on your defense. That's it. I mean, another brother telling another brother, steel sharpens steel.
Yeah.
So you had this house nigga. I forgot his name. He had this. I hope he make a video about me. Make a video about me. I think it was H Money or something. You know, he spent all this time. He spent all this time to talk about this brother. No uplifting whatsoever. He ain't talking about none of them white folks that's out there shooting us down.
He still got 2 feet on the plantation.
You ain't talking about that. H Money, whatever your name is. And you know who I'm talking about. He gonna call my man a hater. Oh, he hating on there, critiquing all. Then he shared the screen to Troy's fights. He won all his fights. He's an undefeated fighter. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Just talk about that H Money tripping, man. He need to go and get his mind right, man. Just like people say, man, you can't save everybody. Some of y'all Negroes got to go.
They do. They holding us back.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad everybody came in today, man. You know, it was a good show tonight. Really appreciate it. I'm about to go sign off on this jump, and we can start up something in a minute. But we're gonna get out of this one. So peace to the family, and thanks for tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button too, and man, the next one gonna be powerful, man. We just building, we advancing, man. Each day we advancing, man. You know, we got sound effects, claps, and bombs and shit. So you know, everything working out to its advantage. You know, to our advantage. So, you know, with that being said, I want to end with this. Go ahead, download Sports Connect Us. That's Troy King's app. It's a workout app. You get to connect with them and show your workout skills to them, and vice versa. Garlic Butter Gang. He got some mitts now. You know, t-shirts. The brother is lit. You know what I'm saying? He's doing this thing, you know, and he worked for himself, you know, entrepreneur. You dig what I'm saying? So shouts out to the brother again, man. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Appreciate you coming, man. And holla. Peace.
All right.